What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Frame of Mind. Today we got a huge haul of Blu-rays. I mean, this is pretty big haul. I'm talking months and months, um, at least 4 or 5 months worth of Blu-rays, DVDs, 4Ks. I finally got a 4K player, so figured I'd show everybody, show you what I got. First and foremost, I got something from a friend of mine. Sent this through the mail. This is an Arthur movie. Arthur's Missing Pal. It's a DVD. Can't wait to watch it. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm gonna watch this. Big Arthur fan, '90s kid. You know how it is. PBS all the way. So I got that one. That's Arthur's Missing Pal. Um, the next one I got was a Blu-ray pickup I found on eBay. Pretty cheap. I think it was like $4 or so. This is Super Bad. Super Bad for anybody out there who hasn't seen it. This is a comedy from 2007, I believe. A great film. Just endlessly quotable, endlessly rewatchable. That's Super Bad. Next I got is another flashback. It's a DVD set. It's called Liberty's Kids. This is one of my Christmas presents for my wife. Great stuff here. Liberty's Kids. Doesn't hold up all that well, but it's really cool to have in the collection to go back to, check it out a little bit. Really excited. I watched one episode. I was like, it doesn't really hold up, but it's cool. It's history. It's old. I think it's another PBS, so it's pretty sweet. One of my first 4Ks ever, actually my first 4K ever, was a film, Dunkirk. I got this with a gift card from Christmas, but looks gorgeous, stunning in 4K. It's awesome. I mean, Dunkirk is a film that I feel like I've gone back to a couple times yet, and probably going back to more and more. I think the sound in this movie is absolutely outstanding. So, really excited to have that movie. Good luck to Dunkirk in the Oscar races. One of my favorite films of the summer, one of our favorite films of 2017, and my second 4K ever, It. I love this movie. I love the blending of the genres. I thought it was a little bit of Stand By Me, a little bit of the Goonies mixed with a horror film. So I don't know. They just did such a fantastic job casting Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, and then also casting all the kids. I thought they did an absolutely excellent job with this. That was It. Slowly climbing up my Disney charts is a film that I think has some of the best music. I don't since Lion King. Maybe I don't know. Probably there's probably some better songs after that, but Moana Blu-ray. It's absolutely spectacular. I absolutely love this film. I got it for Christmas. The songs and everything are so great, and although the story is a little bit, cliched or however you want to say it, maybe a little bit predictable, I think it has a lot of good emotion. I think it has some great heart, and I actually think that The Rock did an outstanding job. Everyone in this did an outstanding job. The woman who plays Moana did a phenomenal job too. So Moana is a great film. A film, A24. I'm a pretty big A24 fan. I like their work. I got It Comes at Night. This film is probably not for me. It's probably not another film. It's not a film I'm probably going to go back to quite often. I wasn't in the right mood for it or what, but It Comes at Night is definitely a film that, I'm glad I have it because I'd like to go revisit it. But if I don't get to it, I'm not gonna lose a whole lot of sleep over it. But I experienced it. That was It Comes at Night. Next one is Baby Driver, Edgar Wright's film. This is actually one of Edgar Wright's movies that I don't know. I like a couple of his films a lot. I mean, at least 3 films of his better than this one. And who knows? He could have only done 4 movies for all I know. But I like Baby Driver. I love what they did editing wise. But the songs really didn't get to me, and I know that I understand all of the work and time that goes into planning these songs and then creating, your film around these songs. So hats off to him. But I like Shaun of the Dead. a lot. I like World's End. Really, um, I really like that film. And then Hot Fuzz is still a good film, but this might be in third place. Fighting around for it. I might come around to it. I actually saw it twice, and I did enjoy it. So that's that. Big Hero 6 I picked up. I had probably a coupon at a half price books. Big Hero 6 is a film that I went back to and watched, and I enjoyed. I enjoyed it the first time. I thought it had a lot of good heart. I thought it had good motivations, good tendencies. And I absolutely love Baymax, of course, like what's not to love. So they created some really nice characters, a really decent story, and I really like Big Hero 6. Going back to it, I think I did, I'm pretty sure I got this one before, but this is Curse of the Black Pearl, Pirates of the Caribbean, one of my favorite films. I think Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow's masterclass in acting. I think Gore Verbinski does a really great job, and I think that Klaus Badalt, who does the score, does an absolutely fantastic job. Pirates of the Caribbean, which should have just been some sort of blockbuster throwaway film, has really solidified itself as one of the great films of my era. A newer movie that I got without the slip was War for the Planet of the Apes. Didn't see it in theaters, didn't get around to it, so I was kind of bummed about that. But coming around to it I mean, so much can be said about Matt Reeves directing this trilogy, but also just what Andy Serkis does. Woody Harrelson's great. Steve Zahn's in this. You really feel for the character. You're really attached to what happens. If I put it in order, I really love the first one. It's one of my favorites. This one's close. It's either 1 or 3, and then 2 is to follow both of those films. So War for the Planet of the Apes, well done. One of my favorite movies, and from one of a director that I don't know how he doesn't fit my style, but I absolutely love him as Alexander Payne, and this is The Descendants. This is my favorite film of his. I've watched most of his movies. I just love this movie. It is so dark. It hits all the right notes for me with its comedy. I love the style of directing that Alexander Payne uses, especially in this movie. One of my favorite parts is just the blocking when he goes and confronts his friends about his wife's you know his wife's affairs. I think that's something that I really go back to, but also just the performances across the board from side characters. Shailene Woodley does a really great job. That dude who plays Sid is really great. God, why am I? Bo Bridges is great. Obviously George Clooney, but I'm trying to think. Max Cherry from what is that? Jackie Brown. I'm trying to think of his name. He does a really great job as his grandfather. The kind of cantankerous old man character. He does a really good job. The Descendants, really good film. Check it out. I gotta find these two together. So just give me 1 second. Where are you? I think I might already put it in there in my collection. But if I can see. Yeah, alright, so it's already in my collection, so I don't have it. Saving Mr. Banks is what I'm talking about. But the movie that I had to get after watching Saving Mr. Banks, Mary Poppins. Wonderful film. Great music. It actually, this pairing is like a fine wine and a nice meal. Watch Saving Mr. Banks, then put in Mary Poppins, and you are guaranteed to have 4 hours of just splendidness. I think it's absolutely amazing. And just the idea, what Disney went through to make Mary Poppins and all of this stuff, and it just two great films. Of course, I already put Saving Mr. Banks in my collection, but hey, check out Mary Poppins. It is one of the greats. Julie Andrews is phenomenal. Got a couple of DVDs here around Christmas time. Another Arthur one. I think this is like $5, or maybe it's $5-8 or something like that, but it's a 1 hour holiday special. I said, why not? This will be out every Christmas in my house. That's Arthur's Perfect Christmas. You got A Charlie Brown Christmas, short, sweet, classic Charlie Brown characters. Charles M. Schultz, what a great guy. Just he just really does a spectacular job writing these characters, and you feel for Charlie, you really do. So Charlie Brown Christmas. Um, did an interview with a guy that was in this film. I'm a huge Tim Burton fan. He has been one of the driving forces behind my love for film. Ever since I can remember, he was one of the two filmmakers that I first started actually thinking about directing. The idea of what a director does, and this is his most recent film, I think, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, a film I had to go back to because I really enjoyed it the first time. I thought it does a really good job, sort of Groundhog Day, replaying the time. Um, Samuel Jackson's wonderful in it. I absolutely love his character. Asa Butterfield is a guy you can get behind, and just the overall, the children in this movie, obviously they're how they're peculiar and all that, their special powers. It's a fun movie. Definitely not one of his best, but a film that I'm gonna go back to. Hence the reason why I bought it. Um, uh, Home for Peculiar Children, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Check it out. Support my buddy. Sully, a film that I had no idea how someone can actually make a film, a 90-minute film about a guy who lands a plane on the Hudson. Like, how is that 90 minutes worth? But Tom Hanks does a really great job. Eastwood does a great job directing it. Trust me, just see it. Just witness it. And they make such a great drama around something that takes, 5-10 minutes to watch on screen. So, really great job by this guy. It actually delves a little bit more deeper into the actual story and the controversy around it, which I didn't know there was. So, Tom Hanks, Sully. Big Rocky fan. I don't know if you can see him. He's up there. Uh, but Creed. I think this movie is great. I absolutely think Michael B. Jordan knocks it home. Um, just think that this film, it's weird because the Rocky franchise is sort of like it's like Rocky in general. The character is that it started from nowhere and became this great phenomenon, and then just when you thought it was dying out, they come back with Rocky Balboa, and actually do a really great job. I actually really like Rocky Balboa. Um, and Creed is no different. Creed is such a great film. I really love it. I think Ryan Coogler is a great director. I can't wait to see what he does. Fruitvale Station was a great film of his. Creed is really great. Can't wait to see his other works. This other one, really weird feeling about this movie, The Big Sick. Wanted to see it, read it, and I thought, why is it about? It's like a stand-up thing, like a special or something. I didn't realize what it was about, but this is funny, man. This is my kind of comedy too. Um, it's weird, it's out there, but it's so true. I'm not Indian by any means or Pakistani, whatever. Um, Kumail Nanjiani is, but check this film out because it'll make you laugh. It's got a lot of warmth to it, a lot of heart. So that's The Big Sick. I think it's great. I thought it got a snub. I thought it was a lot better than what it was. One of my favorite, I guess my favorite Christmas stories is A Christmas Carol, and this one happened to be on sale for $10. So I got the Robert Zemeckis Christmas Carol. To me, they're a horse apiece. You get the same story, and there's a different telling for each one. The Flintstones does it. There's however many live action versions. There's a Disney version, like the Mickey Mouse version. So many different iterations of it, and I love them all. I can't get enough of A Christmas Carol. I absolutely love it. It's something that I watch numerous times around Christmas, and I think it's great. And I think the animation in this is just spectacular. And I think Jim Carrey does a pretty good job. So that's A Christmas Carol. One of my coup de grace, man. This film right here, I can't believe I bought it for what they were wanting me to pay at half price books, but I got it and I watched them both, and I thought they were just. It just brings you back, kind of as a child watching, your grandparents' videos. This is a 2-pack. This is Disney's Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier, and Davy Crockett and the River Pirates. Two films that you get in the one Blu-ray, and I think it's great. Davy Crockett is a character I've always been, I always used to run around in the backyard, singing Davy Crockett. It's on sing-along songs, all sorts of different things. But to finally go back and revisit these, I thought it was really great. It was worth the price. I had a coupon and everything. So that's this Davy Crockett 2-pack. Some good stuff there. I'm in the middle of watching these or not yet done with them. Spider-Man Homecoming. I think Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm a sucker for like teen dramas, teen comedies, high school dramas, dramedies, stuff like that. I think this does a really good job at becoming one of those high school movies. Um, and I think it's great. I really enjoyed Sam Raimi's Spider Mans. The last one, even I can find comedy sort of along the same lines of loving Lethal Weapon and just loving to laugh at Lethal Weapon 4. Um, it's in that same realm, and I think what's his name? Tom Holland. It's it. He is a great Spider Man, probably the best one we've had. So, hats off to them. I can't wait to see him in more. That's Spider Man Homecoming. One of my favorite directors that's been coming up, Denny V. This is Arrival. Can't wait to throw this back in, man. I cannot wait. I've had it for a little while now and just have been holding on to it. Um, Really excited to watch this again. So that's Arrival. Obviously, Moonlight won Best Picture. Got to get Moonlight. This is a film that really blew me away the first time I watched it. I never really understood people who said, like, I love this movie. I just can't really go back to it on a daily basis. Not a daily basis, but, on a regular basis. And I really don't understand. I didn't understand that. But I understand it now because I think this movie is it really is magic, and it tells a different story. I find it uncomfortable. I find it, heartwarming. I find it really sad at times. And to go back to this is really difficult. I can't wait till I'm work that up, work those feelings up to be like, okay, I'm going to go back in for Moonlight. Really great picture. I mean, worth Best Picture. So that's Moonlight. I did an unboxing of Pan's Labyrinth, so check it out. Check out my review on Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro. Pan's Labyrinth, my favorite Guillermo del Toro film. I got Prisoners. This is another eBay pickup. Denny V again. Obviously, I had Rival before. This movie is tough. It's great. I think it looks and feels so grimy and gritty and cold and wet kind of feeling. But Prisoners is excellent. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Ikiru is a film from one of my favorite directors, a director that I've really wanted to explore a lot more, and that's Akira Kurosawa. This story, I think, has a lot kind of right up my alley about, sort of a drama about death and what you're leaving and what sort of impact you're leaving. And I feel like this movie is good. I kind of have to work up my feelings to watch this. That's Ikiru. One of my favorite. I love this movie, Fences. I thought this was phenomenal. I think Denzel Washington did such a great job, and if it wasn't for Casey Affleck, like hands down, obviously, I think he was Best Actor last year. Of course, Casey Affleck happened, and I actually liked Manchester by the Sea a little bit more, but there is this point in this film where they put the camera on like I don't know, there's like this Z axis. So it's like from here to here, and Washington is up here. You can tell he's positioned this way, and then what is her name? I can't believe I'm forgetting it. Oh my gosh. Viola Davis. Viola Davis is down here in the corner, and he is just dominating her on the screen, and it's just absolutely wonderful. Check it out if you haven't seen it. That's Fences. Another film that kind of surprised me, Deepwater Horizon. I like this a lot better than Patriots Day. I think there's a lot more heart. I think it's a little bit more exciting, exhilarating. I can go back to this over and over. It's not a deep movie, but it is no pun intended, I guess. But it is something that you can pop in over and over again. It's kind of on the same sort of line as like the Mel Gibson's The Patriot for me, where I can just watch it over and over. Love the action and love the drama in it. So that's Deepwater Horizon. I think I looked over all these, but these are all just films that these are all films that I picked up from used stores. Um, Under the Skin, A24, Scarlett Johansson. I had to watch this one again. Really out there. Cloud Atlas, never seen it. Still working my way up to watch this. This is the Wachowski brothers movie. I got this 2-pack, Ben-Hur, and the Ten Commandments. So really excited to watch this. Both of them actually. Malcolm X still in the package. Can't wait to watch this. I found this very cheap at Best Buy. Um, L.A. Confidential, one of the most underrated directors, Curtis Hanson, does a really great job. Check out his other films. L.A. Confidential is a great film. Mel Gibson's Return to Glory. We got Hacksaw Ridge. I can't wait to pop this back in. I didn't think it was as great as everyone else thought. I really want to watch those war sequences though again. Spartacus. I've had this for almost I want to say like 2 years. I haven't opened it yet, but Spartacus is another one. I'm a big Kubrick fan. I want all of his movies, so I really got to get in there and get this. Anyone who knows me knows I love A League of Their Own. Got this used, traded it for something from my brother. It's DVD, but I don't care. I wanted it so bad. I love this movie so much, and um, I love Penny Marshall. I love her direction. She does such a great job with all the women in this cast, and Tom Hanks obviously is great, very quotable. I just love this movie. A League of Their Own, really great sports movie. That's all I got for you. I wish I had more. Actually, I don't, because a lot of these movies I still have to watch. So thanks for coming by. Check out our reviews. Check out our other videos. We got some really great stuff. Check out our top 10 Game of Thrones characters. There's a really great moment around the 34-minute mark. Check out our earlier stuff if you want to hear a little bit more argumentative, more arguments. Go check out our Real Frame of Mind episode, animated episode. Really good stuff. We really get heated in that one, so it's actually kind of fun to go back and revisit. Thanks a lot. Comment, subscribe. Hit me up on Twitter at NIEMI2. I'll talk movies with you, argue, whatever you want to do. Get at it. See ya.